Hi, I'm Joshua Ebner. I'm a 20-year expert in AI, machine learning, and data science. And today I want to talk to you about how to start building an AI strategy. So many businesses and business leaders are starting to think about artificial intelligence. And I think that there's very good reasons for this. I think most people at this point can see that AI is likely to be a revolutionary technology. Maybe it already is, and it's likely to transform many industries. Having said that, many business leaders think about this and immediately get shiny object syndrome and say, we need to build AI. They go out, they find someone that claims to build AI systems, they bring that person in, build something, and then it flops. In fact, I've recently seen a statistic that says upwards of 80% of businesses that are using or trying to use AI are failing to see value from it. So I think to get around this, most businesses need to think more carefully about building an AI strategy. But in order to build an AI strategy, they actually need to go one level up. The most important thing for building an AI strategy is thinking about the business itself. Let me explain. Most businesses have a couple of different things that they need to do. They need to build a great product, they need to get customers to buy that product, they ultimately need to increase revenue, generate profit, etc. And different businesses obviously have different goals, and these goals can change over time. In most initial phases of a business, building a great product or service is the most important thing. You're trying to get product market fit. Later on, you need to think a lot more carefully about customer acquisition, simply getting more people in the door. That can be through sales, outbound sales, that can be through content marketing, a variety of things. Later on, once you have a lot of customers, you might need to start thinking about how much revenue every customer generates on average. This is actually very important. It's important in marketing. We can talk about something called lifetime value. I won't bore you with all the details right now, but LTV is something kind of akin to how much value, or in one computation of this metric, it's simply the amount of revenue that a average customer brings in. And the reason this is important is because you want your ratio to the LTV to your customer acquisition cost to be about 3 or more. Again, I won't bore you with the details right now, but what I'm saying is that different businesses have different goals and maybe at different times. So, in order to think about an AI strategy, you actually need to think about the goals of the business right now. If you're in this phase where you're still trying to build a great product, there actually are techniques that you can use, but it's probably not going to be a large language model. You might want to use something more like a customer segmentation model. You might be doing quite a bit more customer research. And there are some LLM tools that you can use to enhance your customer research, things like summarization, maybe doing some classification of different conversations, things like that. Later on, if you're trying to do customer acquisition, you might need to build some systems that help you create marketing content. You might build some systems that help with sales. There are a variety of different AI systems that you could build simply for sales and marketing, but it really depends. And it really depends on what your marketing strategy is. Later on, if you want to increase revenue per customer, you might build some upsell propensity models. That's for a very particular type of business or types of businesses. Or in some cases, you're trying to increase revenue, but you actually have a churn problem. That means you're probably going to build a churn model. This is different from a large language model. So you need to start thinking about, if you want to use AI in ways that are going to drive revenue and drive profitability, you need to think about the business. Think about the problems that you're facing. Think about what you're trying to do right now, what your goals are for the next 6 to 18 to 24 months. And then from that, then you're going to build your AI strategy and say, okay, because we have this goal, we're going to build this type of system. And we have this goal over here, we'll build that type of system. Your business problems and your business goals drive the AI goals, not the other way around. So I hope that helps. Does this sync up with your experience? Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Let me know. I want to hear from you. Leave a comment.